Everybody, how are you? Hope you're well, hope you're good. I'm on a midweek. India, Jashin Kapani, the founder and CEO of Arm Decor Design. We're in the business of designing and manufacturing home and office decor and interior solutions. And as you can see, I'm sitting in a nice space which is naturally lit. The weather is beautiful. I just came out for a nice little walk, a quick walk, and the sun is out and everything. I feel so amazing because after the rains and everything, the roads are dry and clean. The flora, the fauna around me are clean. My dog sitting here in a space which is clean. The cars look clean, and birds seem to be chirping. Squirrels are playing around and stuff, and I am loving it. As I do this, I have less traffic on the street, and I thought I really planned to share from the street because what I'm experiencing here is something which almost everybody can do freely to recharge their batteries, to get creative, to feel good and feel great and stuff, but we choose not to do that. And I had read this book. I picked it up 6 7 years back, and it's got these real experiences on strategies and techniques where people have actually shared their experiences and stuff, and I've confronted a lot of their stuff to actually put it behind the back and be in control of themselves and their minds. I also follow Buddhism. I also do other kind of spirituality. I go to a church, I go to a temple, I go to a gurdwara. I've got nothing against going to a mosque and stuff. And being a creative person, being a person who is in public speaking as well. I speak on various forums. I've also been, I've been awarded with 4 international awards, and I've earned through my work and everything, and through my contribution to the world in various aspects and stuff, about 70 to 18 certificates and stuff. But my work doesn't stop me from going forward and stuff, because to be honest, I didn't do this work for awards or certificates. I just believe the fact that you have to charter your own destiny and your own path. And as you are kind of consistently working and stuff, the right people do take note of you. Social media does help you. Social media does help you connect with the world. Social media is not all negative. Social media helps you open up the windows to various countries. I've learned about fashion. I've learned about books. I've learned about people in different countries, culture. I learn about, or I upgrade myself, or I follow current affairs, Guinness Book of Records work and stuff. I've already shared it, cuisines, books, celebrities, architecture, design and stuff. So I can't say that social media has not been a contributor in my life as it is in the life of a lot of people and stuff. But here is a real experience, and I'm sharing this from my own experience. As I see, we're talking on the growing concerns of artificial intelligence, where actually people are they are being treated online through AI. And I had seen a talk show by Oprah Winfrey where where she was amazed by the way artificial intelligence is stepping in to help people and stuff. But I saw the negative in it, that a few people have been given wrong diagnosis or wrong therapy by online experts and stuff. So I'm not talking about therapy here. I'm not talking about artificial intelligence here. I'm talking about why do some people do so much and other people not do enough. So if I were to take my diary and I were supposed to look down at my task list and stuff, I'll also be realistic about it and be practical about it. There are certain tasks which I've not been able to do, but I've got genuine challenges and stuff. And as I was sitting in a HP repair center, I got talking with a student who's actually into psychology as well, and he'd done an online shopping of a computer and stuff. We got talking, and we were talking about the pros and cons of social media and stuff. So a few lines from his experience. I've been a college student for almost 4 5 years, and in the true sense, his name is Ayush. Yeah, I have suffered from creative blocks, and I've been unable to write and even perform better. at college or in my exams because I'm feeling so bad and I'm feeling, the word he uses, anxious. It's not just anxious in a negative manner. He says I'm distracted because after every 15 minutes, I'm checking my phone, I'm getting a message on my Twitter, I'm getting a message on my WhatsApp, and I allow myself a 10-minute distraction and I then go back to work. And I realize that these multiple social media breaks are not helping me, but they're actually tiring me out. So if I've already taken a social media break, why am I feeling so tired out, And it's not as if I'm in control and I'm beginning to lose my confidence. I'm actually hassled that I may be actually losing out on work because I'm not able to stick to my exam deadlines. And I've always been known as a good student to deliver, and I've been extremely focused, and now I find it slipping away. So nobody knows how much I struggle to focus, to concentrate, and at my age, I find it hard to even comfort myself that by looking at the phone, I should feel good, but I'm actually exhausted and constantly hassled, thinking this is the end of my career thanks to the dependence of my phone. Ayush, a 28-year-old college student studying psychology, getting into a PhD probably in the next few years and stuff. So, do you know what this is? So, this is, first of all, I'm not a doctor, but I've done enough deliberation and I've shared enough on various forums and stuff. And I've also touched upon this thing about FOMO, and I've touched about this thing about global PR and building brands and building personalities. So, there's a sudden outburst of influencing, impacting the world, of children, women, everybody and anybody clicking and coming on social media and trying to sell themselves, to pitch either work, to do business development, to do their own marketing, or to become the talk of the town and stuff and all that. Social media gives all of us these advantages. If you were to kind of go through the journey of brand management, or you look at the various campaigns and stuff, brand management, global business development, or global business strategies and stuff have taken over. Brands are either built, or brands are either bursting their bubbles by not so great social media. Also, there is a thought share happening on work-life balance. Our IMF head has shared this about it. I shared this a few days back. What is balance? Yeah, what is balance is nothing. Balance is not a far-fetched unachievable goal or something. Being balanced is being in the moment, being able to do whatever is before you. You're able to do justice to that. You're able to reply. You're able to talk. You're able to handle whatever challenge or whatever work in office you're performing and stuff. That's work-life balance, okay? If you have a personal situation, you're not dependent on the outside world and stuff. You're finding your own solutions and you're tackling it head on wherever you are, whatever environment you're in. That's the work-life balance you're talking about and stuff. It's not about a 24/7. Some people can find a work-life balance in a few hours and stuff. Other people, no matter how hard or smart they work, they're never able to find it because they think it's some jazzy concept or whatever. But work-life balance is actually about balancing yourself more than anything else and stuff. Okay, so now what is the synthesis and what is the understanding of my my realization through Ayush's example. So it's actually something which is called addiction. Addiction doesn't have to be about drugs. Addiction doesn't have to be about cards. Addiction doesn't have to be about video games. Addiction doesn't have to be about following people. Addiction doesn't have to be bad habits and stuff. Addiction can also be checking your social media every 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and you're thinking you're being updated, you're upgraded. Playing hide and seek on social media. You start posting when the other person appears, you disappear when the other person disappears and stuff. So that's an addiction. You got into an addiction, you got into a habit of actually following people. And some people say that what is wrong in that? We are influenced and we think the other person is impacting us in a positive manner. What is wrong in that? But the point is, the influence becomes an addiction, or the influence becomes an issue when you lose your sleep over it. Okay, so a few examples here and there. Over the years, I've had a few people actually chase me and stalk me and stuff. So I thought I was the only one, and I kind of go backwards and I look at my memories. There was this event called Unplugged. This was done by a lady called Amna Singh. There were a lot of women and men who shared about their stories. I was aghast when I thought about it and stuff, and it was never that serious. And when I fast forward and I see 2025, I think last 7 8 years I've also experienced this. But the point is, for me, it has been easy. What I realize is how do you tackle it? So video two.